Your car has bad audio. That's right, I said it. So we all experience this at least once. You're sitting in your car and you turn on some music, whether it's Spotify, Apple Music, or the radio, and you notice something off. You're listening and the song may come off a bit distorted, maybe too quiet, or sometimes you can't hear it at all. Personally, I experienced this in a lot of vehicles, but what if you didn't have to? Now, I wouldn't consider myself an audiophile, and you may not either, or you may. But what I do know is that I like listening to music, especially when I have passengers. I want both me and the passengers to be able to hear everything clearly. And that's where this comes in. This is the Encore Amplifier Lineup. And all these amplifiers do very well at giving you not only louder sound, but also clearer sound. All of these amplifiers do things a little differently compared to each other, so let's talk about that. Alright, so this is the Encore Alpha 2 series, and we have this application for Toyota, Honda, Subaru, and Nissan. It's plug and play installation and also comes with 45 by 4 channel amps with impedance compatible 4 to 8 ohms. It also has RCA inputs where you can add another MP3 player, plug it in here, and you'll have another audio player inside your vehicle. Whether you want some really high definition audio, that's the way to do it. In addition, it also comes with these separate front and rear gain adjustments. You can finely tune how you want the audio sound in your vehicle. Size is very small to fit behind your radio and a lot of small areas behind your dash. And this here is the Encore Alpha 3 series. The difference between this 3 series and the 2 series is of course the case design. It's a little bit different. The size is about the same and the connectors on this side is also the same too. This is where it connects to our plug and play harness. Also plug and play to the vehicles. And we have this application for Toyota, Honda, Subaru, Nissan, some Mazda, and we are also working on a Chevy application and maybe even a Ford application in the near future. And what makes this even more special is it has the subwoofer output because you upgrade your sound system in your car and a lot of people want more bass. You can easily connect a power subwoofer through these RCA output, and this harness on the ENA3 also has the remote out so that you can connect that easily to your new amplifier. And it also has the front and rear independent gain adjustments. And another function of this ENA3 is that it has this auto sense feature where you can have the amp turn on whether from the speaker signal or from your power accessory, whereas the ENA2 only is able to turn on from accessory power. So that is very important with some vehicles, especially like the Chevy and Ford, because the factory radio doesn't supply power accessory. It's all being turned on by communication signals, and this amplifier will be able to turn on just from the speaker signals that's coming through. And in addition, this ENA3 series compared to 2 has 5 more watts per channel, so it's running at 50 watts by 4 channels. And the harnesses that come with the ENA3 is also all plug and play to all the vehicles that we mentioned, and it's very, very car specific like the ENA2 series. So no splicing, no cutting, and very, very easy to install in your vehicle. Another update we did on this ENA2, ENA3 series amplifier is our plug and play harness. We got rid of that ground wire so you don't have to separately ground the wire to the chassis of the radio. Instead, we have it inside the connector itself, and we're taking the ground from the radio, so no longer you have to go and unbolt the 10mm and do that separate connection, which makes the installation process much easier. We also shortened the cable because there's a lot of additional cable that was not needed to make it a cleaner install. We also updated the connector behind the radio so you don't have to confuse between 2 connector slots that the previous model fit to. Now you can't make any mistake, it'll only connect to 1 connector behind the radio. Another important information I want to share is for all you Toyota owners with JBL. Previously, if you install either one of these, ENA2 and ENA3, and added a power subwoofer, you were not able to control the volume of the new power subwoofer through your factory volume. Instead, you had to use a separate volume controller that comes with a power subwoofer to independently control the volume of the power subwoofer. And that has been the case. And in the near future, probably a month or two later, we'll be introducing a new product that you can add to these products so that you'll be able to use the factory volume control to control the power subwoofer that you added in addition to our amplifiers. And that controller will work for both ENA2 and ENA3. If you end up adding a power subwoofer with our ENA2, you will have to get a separate line out converter because this doesn't have a subwoofer out, whereas the ENA3 does. So if you're thinking about getting a power subwoofer in addition to our amplifier, our ENA3 series is always a recommended choice because it has these easy to connect RCA out for the subwoofer output. And moving along to our Encore X DSP amplifier. This amplifier is a little bit bigger than our other Encore Alpha series, and this DSP amplifier is very special because we tuned it specifically for the car's cabin, which means we got our sound engineers plugging this inside the car and spending days just to make it sound perfect. And with this DSP amplifier, very, very powerful. It comes with a very powerful application. And so if you want to make additional adjustments, you definitely can do so with this DSP. And when we tuned this DSP amplifier, we also tuned it for the sound staging. So we moved the sound staging to the center of the front of the vehicle. So it sounds like you're in a concert hall and you're listening to music while the instruments are playing in front of you. So it's a totally different experience. The sound is very much different than these other Encore Alpha series. With this Encore X, it has these separate subwoofer outs that you can control independently with the program, and it's all just ready to go. The amplifier size is larger, so for many vehicles it might not fit behind your radio, but you can definitely fit this under the passenger seat, as the harness that comes with this is longer than the Encore Alpha series. And for this Encore X DSP amplifier, it's very, very car specific to the application. So we have it for the GR86, the BRZ, we have it for some 4Runners, the new Tacoma, and also the Tundra. And we are slowly increasing the application on this amplifier. It just takes a little bit more time because we do have to connect this on the car, take a few days to really fine tune the sound to make it optimal with the car's cabin and the speakers that the car originally came out with. This DSP amplifier is not compatible with the JBL models. It's only made for the non-JBL models. For the GR86 and BRZ, the infrastructure of those audio systems is a little bit different because they came out of the Subaru factory, so it will work with both the premium and also the base model trims. This Encore X has 45 by 4 watts output, just like the Encore Alpha 2 series over here. And the program that comes with this DSP amplifier is very, very powerful. You can adjust crossovers, different slopes, phases, frequency ranges, equalizer modes, the bands, the time alignment for distance and delay, and you can do that separately in all the different channels. So it's a very, very powerful amplifier with a lot of functionality. So for many people out there, this is gonna be more than what you can handle. But if you're an audiophile, you have a stereo shop, and you have the ability to tune it even further than what we did, then you can definitely do that for your specific vehicle. And lastly, we got the Encore Sigma Amplifier. This will be coming out very soon. What makes this special is it's like an Encore Alpha 3 series, but 2 of them put together. It has 8 channels. You can adjust the gain all independently. It also has the subwoofer output. It also has the AutoSense speaker and accessory switch as well. And what makes this special is we are making this for the Lexus applications. At the moment, we don't have an official application list yet. We are still testing vehicles. We are expecting to have this for all the Lexus premium sound system models. Unfortunately, we do not have any plans to make one for the Mark Levinson yet. So if you have a trend with Mark Levinson, just wait out a bit. We're still trying to find a solution. If you have the lower trim with Lexus Premium, this will work for your vehicle. And this model does not plug in behind your radio, but instead it'll plug in to your factory amplifier. For most of your Lexus vehicles, it's going to be located in the trunk or under the driver's seat. And we're gonna have videos to show you exactly how to install it, and we're gonna have some demonstrations as well. So just keep a lookout on that and make sure you are following us on our YouTube and our social media pages. All right, so how do you choose out of all these different selections? It just depends on what you guys are looking for. If you guys are looking for something that will boost up your factory sound system very cost effectively, then Encore Alpha 2 series is the recommended choice. This is right under $300, plug and play. It works with many vehicle applications. It keeps the factory tuning. So if you like how your factory sound system is tuned already, but you just want more clarity, more bass, more punchy, and you just want it an overall higher definition audio quality, then you just go with the Encore Alpha 2 series. And this is actually the most popular amplifier that we carry at the moment because it just makes whatever sound system you have in your car just sound better, keeping consistency of the factory audio tune. So this amplifier here is what most of you guys will get. And if you want to take a step up to our Encore Alpha 3 series, this is for all of you guys, mainly for the non-JBL models for base model audio. And this does have a little bit more power than the Encore Alpha 2 series. It's 5 more watts. The 5 more watts, you might not be able to tell a difference, but it is a little bit more powerful. And the biggest value you'll get from this Encore Alpha 3 series is this subwoofer output. So if you want to add another power subwoofer to your audio setup, this amplifier here makes it very, very easy. No cutting, no splicing, all plug and play. Comes with the RCA, it also comes with the remote wire out on our main harness. So this is the one to get if your budget is a little bit higher. This is at $349 if you're planning on adding power subwoofer in the future, and if you don't have factory JBL. We still have customers with factory JBL system purchasing this model at the current moment, and these are people who doesn't mind using a separate bass knob for the aftermarket power subwoofer. But be assured guys, in the near future we are going to release an adapter where you could combine it with this Encore Alpha 3 or 2 series for your JBL owners out there to be able to control the new aftermarket subwoofer volume with the factory audio system. So that's coming very, very soon. So what I say right now is applicable to today, but in the near future, this ENA 3 series can be recommended for JBL models because you'll be able to utilize the volume control for the power subwoofer. And if you guys are looking for even better audio quality, so we got the DSP amplifier. It's highly customizable and it'll transform the way your car audio sounds in your vehicle. And once again, very easy to add power subwoofer to this. Price comes in at $529 retail price. Currently, we have it on sale for $499. This is for you audiophiles out there. And if you want the control of being able to control everything about the amplifier, then this is the one you want. But for most of you guys out there that just want better car audio sound, these two Encore Alpha 2 and 3 will do its job, and that is very sufficient. But for some of you guys who likes to tinker with audio setup and just looking for something more customizable, then a DSP amplifier is the one for you. And of course, this comes pre-tuned by us. It sounds amazing, but if you guys want to mess around with it more, you definitely can do so with this DSP. And we got the Sigma 8-channel series. We don't have the retail price yet, but it's gonna be pretty pricey. And this one is made for the Lexus vehicle models. So if you drive a Lexus, you have Lexus premium sound system, and you just want a better audio sound, then this is the one to get. This will retain your factory Lexus premium tuning. Let's give you a more clear sound, higher quality, so you'll be able to hear those little details from the audio and sounds that you haven't heard before, and this will provide that for you. And in the end, the Encore amplifiers all do very great job at improving your vehicle's audio system. Whether you have the whole audio system fully customized or just have a subwoofer installed or even have just a factory sound system, The Encore amplifiers are specifically made so you don't have to spend hours wiring or splicing. And it's all plug and play and provides the most simple and straightforward installation that would have you wondering, why didn't I do this sooner? Thanks for watching. I'll see you all in the next video.